In the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. Trey.
Thanks, DA. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Trae Young is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Nets, Durant is out there with Harris. Then there's Red Hot. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Harden in at the 2. So Atlanta will get the first possession. And for players who won't be at All-Star Weekend, how nice is it to have this break and rest up and step away from the game for just a few days?
That's awesome, Kevin. But the other thing is the way the league has approached the guys getting fresh in terms of the time. Now it is where every guy gets a full week off. If they're not participating in any of the events over All-Star Weekend, it's one whole week for you to mentally check out, spend some time with loved ones, and then come back rejuvenated and re-energized for the second half of the year.
Now, here's Hunter. After the miss from Red Hot, a nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Yeah, you could tell Hunter knew he was open, did not hesitate to find him.
Here's Red Hot. That one good for 2.
They're going to have to come up with a better matchup. This guy just too much speed.
The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Young passes it to Collins. Dishes to Bogdanovich. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, Bogdanovich being a little bit crafty there, knowing the defense was closing in on him, and drew the contact.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Red Hot, defended by Young, and Capella over to help. Here's Aldridge over Collins, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Collins.
Well, so smooth in everything he does. Aldridge with the little up fake, and the defender overcommits. He takes advantage.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And what a season he's had at the foul line thus far. 86% from the line.
That's good from Aldridge. And so LaMarcus Aldridge nails them both.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Now, here is Young. Last game out, we saw him pour in 42. And they're running. Here's Red Hot, defended by Young. And Hunter over to help. Red Hot the pass to Aldridge. And Capella sends it back.
Opponents have to be careful when Capella is in the area. What an impressive display of timing.
Hunter, no good. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
And
what a jam!
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right?
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Now, here is Young. His offensive numbers jump right off the screen at you. He's averaging over 29 points a game.
Someone's open. Trae Young scanning and finds him.
There's Red Hot. And Capella over to help. Red Hot the pass to Aldridge. And Capella sends it back. And he recovers it. Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. On its way from Young for 2. It's rebounded by Durant.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
To the left side wing. Here's Red Hot. Aldridge trying to break free, and that's good for 3 points. Nice shot from Red Hot.
Just another way Aldridge beats you. As a facilitator, very comfortable making decisions.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
Yeah, so close in that one, but that's of no solace to the players. They played their hearts out.
Now, you want to respond in kind, but that last game, it was an effort that most of the time can get you a win. You ran into a tough opponent who was playing at a high level.
And a new group out there. Teams deciding to change it up. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. We've got Durant, Harden out there with Red Hot. Then there's Harris. And it's Aldridge in at the center filling out the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Red Hot was indeed hot, and the last game against the Spurs was all business. He finished with 20 points, and he continued to connect from the foul line and the three-point line throughout the game. Another outstanding outing, something that's become more and more commonplace for him. Bring it back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best. That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Hawks have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Outside, Bogdanovich. No good with the triple. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, watching that game quarter to quarter, they sped up, they slowed down, but they executed in every facet.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And Atlanta has possession after the basket by Brooklyn. Collins dishes to Young. And it's sent back by KD.
Wow, the large wingspan of Durant on full display. What a block there.
How about that strong defensive performance for this half's mobile one block?
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Five to shoot. Here's Herter.
And the outside game just not clicking for them tonight. That three-point percentage is up from where it was in the first quarter, but that ain't saying a whole lot.
Here's Red Hot. 20 points for him last game against the Spurs in San Antonio. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
In the corner, Harden. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Pass to Red Hot. Launches a three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Yeah, Kevin knows when he can score, so he waits and makes sure that somebody else doesn't have a better shot before he does that. Good play there.
Young taking his time here. And it's KD with the rebound. KD's got 4 rebounds now tonight. A flawless finish on the alley-oop. And now a 10-point Brooklyn lead.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And the shot goes in.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Here's Red Hot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Nets have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Bradley's checked in for Aldridge. Blake Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant. Brownie's checked in for Harris. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for James Harden. And then for Atlanta, Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Gallinari comes in for John Collins. And it's DeAndre Hunter in for Young. Out to Gallinari, fires the three. And it's Bradley with the rebound. Here's Red Hot. Misses from close range. And so we wrap up the first half. It's the Nets as they wrap up the second quarter with a huge surge, an 18-6 run. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You know, Red Hot has really been making it happen, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young is out there at Bogdanovich, and it's Capella in at the 5 spot.
That's Young's favorite shot right there. A lights-out long-distance sniper with unlimited range. And I think for years to come, you're going to be talking about the draft that Trae Young was involved in as the picks got swapped. One franchise getting their guy, and this team finding Trae Young. And he's been a blessing for where they need to go.
Unloads from 9. Here's Capella. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first
Aggressive move by Capella. His length and athleticism, it's tough to handle when he gets the ball that deep.
Brent, you know the Hawks believed in Trae Young on draft day. They made the trade for him and gave up a chance at Doncic.
Well, I don't look at it like that, Kevin. I look at it like Atlanta got their guy. It's not about who else was on the board. It's the fact that they could get their number 1 choice, and that was Trae Young.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
Now, here is Young. 5 points in the game. And he banks in the layup. Young's got 5 points in the quarter.
You just can't take Trae Young lightly from anywhere on the floor. These kind of shots will help him get into a rhythm.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh. Atlanta making some changes. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Bogdanovich comes in for Kevin Huerter. And it's done in for Young. There's the 3. And count it. 3-pointer good on the shot from Red Hot. Red Hot's got 28.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the 3-point line.
Ahead, a huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Yeah, you don't want to leave people open when Blake Griffin has vision of the floor. He exploited the hole in the defense that time.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Passes it to Collins. Inside. Here's Okongwu. Will it go? And that's 2 points on the layup. Okongwu's now got 9.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
No good from Red Hot.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
And so it's Brooklyn, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle. But you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Harden out there with Griffin. Then there's Irving. Then there's Red Hot. And it's Aldridge in at the center position. So that's the Nets 5.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Doubled by Okongwu. Now the pass to Red Hot from the arc. Rebounded by the Hawks. Their next game is in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. That'll be the second of this two-game road trip. Pass to Dunn. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's Red Hot. Dunn covering. The shot's good from Red Hot. Red Hot's got 32 points in the game. Hawks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Greg, you know, we're seeing players take control of their free agent destiny. Do players get a bad rap for that and switching teams?
Listen, I don't know if you get a bad rap, but you're going to catch the wrath of the fan base. You think of Paul George in Indy or KD in OKC, and fans, they're going to feel jilted. There's no doubt about it. They're going to feel scorned.
Yeah. Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Durant's checked in for Griffin. Red Hot, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Gallinari, he's checked in for Atlanta. Kevin Huerter comes in for Bogdanovich. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter.
Number 10.
Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense. And you just can't get tired of watching the way Young shoots the ball. I mean, what a fantastic release.
And it's just limitless in terms of the range. That's what makes it so impressive. He's a small guy, he's quick, and he's got great handles. But he can heave that up from just about anywhere. And when he gets hot, it's something to watch.
DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for the Hawks. Bogdanovich comes in for Kevin Huerter.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is these guys work just as hard as guys worked back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is. And in a lot of ways, they've got more courage to speak out because, you know, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Nets.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Red Hot.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you. Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. The Hawks. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was